The Pittsburgh Steelers have made a move, adding a wide receiver, maybe not in the fashion that many thought that they would this weekend. We head into the week after the NFL draft, and the Pittsburgh Steelers, they added a defensive tackle, they've added a running back, they've added a quarterback, but they did not add a wide receiver until after the NFL draft, adding two undrafted free agents. And why? Well, today they went out and they got veteran Robert Woods, former Los Angeles Rams Super Bowl champion, former Houston Texans starter last season, 33 years old, a guy that fits the Pittsburgh Steelers offense. Let's start there. A guy who certainly schematics wise fits exactly what the Pittsburgh Steelers are looking to do. He's physical. He could run block better than almost any wide receiver in the NFL. He could play the outside and the inside. Right now, he's I don't want to say a bigger body, but a more physical slot wide receiver that the Pittsburgh Steelers can add to their roster. And Mike Tomlin emphasized this throughout the draft, after the draft, and even addressing the DK Metcalf trade. The Pittsburgh Steelers are looking for physicality across the board this year. They want big dudes who are willing to hit, who are willing to fight, who are willing to take hits and be a smash mouth football team across the board. That is Robert Woods. That's always been Robert Woods' game. And I mean, look at 33 years old, coming off a season with just over 200 yards, receiving 20 receptions. Not the best season for Robert Woods. And Houston's offense wasn't great, but you still have CJ Stroud throwing you the football. Really, what this is for the Pittsburgh Steelers is another veteran that they could feel pretty confident in if Roman Wilson doesn't work out, or if they need somebody to step in a starting role for whatever reason. Now, people will ask immediately, is this the end of George Pickens? Is this what the Pittsburgh Steelers did to replace George Pickens? The answer to that is no. This is not the move that replaces George Pickens. If the Pittsburgh Steelers end up with DK Metcalf and Robert Woods, they didn't get any better this offseason. They've stayed the same. Now, a security blanket, much better one than what they had going into this. If worst case scenario, the Pittsburgh Steelers find themselves looking at it where they have to get rid of George Pickens because George Pickens wants out of Pittsburgh and refuses to stay here. Okay, well, Robert Woods as a number two isn't the worst thing in the whole world. Plus, you could probably try to add another veteran at that point. And if you have two Robert Woods, not great, but better than George Pickens and Van Jefferson a year ago. It's not the worst move for the Pittsburgh Steelers. It makes a ton of sense. It does not open the door for a George Pickens trade right now, but it certainly acts as a security blanket later on in time. Again, at 33 years old, you can't expect much, but it fits what Arthur Smith is looking to do, what the Pittsburgh Steelers are looking to do, what they've been trying to do throughout this offseason. And it's just another addition, a veteran wide receiver when everybody asked, why aren't the Pittsburgh Steelers adding to their wide receiver room?